G'day gang, welcome back to the channel MP Numbers, and I appreciate you being here. Today, it has been a long time since I've done one of these videos, but I thought we'd bring it back. Adventures from the Forgotten Realm. The D&D set is now live on MTG Arena and in all good places if you can get out to play. So I thought we'd jump in, we'd do a draft. Now, I haven't done a full review of the set, but I have played around with some of the cards we talked about a lot on the podcast, MTGRBD. Well, that's rather be drafting if you do want to hear me talk about my magic thoughts and all that kind of stuff these days. But let's just jump in and do a draft. Nothing too crazy to start off with. I'm excited to see what we open, what we can pull, and hopefully we go well. But as always, these first couple of drafts, literally the first time I'm doing it, sometimes you can tank, sometimes you can be way off on card evaluations, and who knows. Alright, well, we have a full table. We are doing a best of one draft. Our red does not excite me. Red Dragon. It's a dragon when enters the battlefield, deals 5 damage. That's a card I like, but it costs 6. You happen upon a glade. Search your library for it to do basic lands, reveal them, put it in your hand and shuffle. Return to a permanent card you control from your hand. Battlefield, create a treasure token. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on them. Enchanted permanent is a treasure. Ooh. 5 mana 3/3 that gives you a thing. Charmed Sleep seems like a pretty good card. Polymorph, no. Herald is a 5 mana 4/4. Does stuff. Look, there's lots of choices here. I think I want to go with the Charmed Sleep. Like, Fire Dragon's good. That seems good if you're trying to ramp. I don't know, I'm going to keep it simple. Start with the removal spell. Start on blue, see what happens. Boom. I'm going to pull this up. My pretty face is in the way. The card underneath me is Elite Guard Ranger. It's a 5 mana 4/1 that gives you a wolf. That's not bad. When it enters the battlefield, venture into a dungeon. Give you a combat if you've cleared a dungeon up to one target creature. Becomes a bird with base power. Okay, and it doesn't lose its other abilities. That's interesting. Ruin Seeker. Room abilities of dungeons you own. Trigger an additional time. That seems weird. Tap that creature, it doesn't untap. It's a 3 mana 2/1 tapper. That's not terrible, right? It's a loathsome troll. It's a 6/2. Comes back from the graveyard. Search library for a basic forest card, put it into the battlefield. Tap then shuffle. Maybe we just want this. Bit all over the place right now. Actually, it's not terrible. Yeah, okay, we're taking that. Thanks. It's been a while since I've drafted like this. I drafted quite a bit of the last set, but not for a while. I kind of stopped. Battlefield, Adventure, Dungeon, Channel Land has tap, add, green, leather armor. Leather armor you can equip. Create a treasure token and you can gain 1 life. So if you've got this apprentice, like turning a creature to 1/1 doesn't seem that great. Spell cost 3, target a blue permanent you don't control, the color can't be countered. Target creature gets +1/+1. It deals damage equal to 3 damage divided as you choose amongst 1, 2, or 3 targets. Well, look, I like red spells that do damage. These cards have a lot of text on them. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Sets are getting more and more complicated. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I don't think there's a mill deck in the world out there. There might be. You see a pair of goblins. Sign of Stygia. No. Fight the current return on land. Permanent on his hand. Type creature gets +1/+1. Can't be blocked. That's interesting. Owlbear, it's a 5 mana 4/4 that draws a card. That's not terrible. Right click. Oh, you can right click through them. Cool. No. Create a 1/1. Create 2 of those tokens. Create 3 of those tokens. What is the blue red? Blue red's like die rolling. Token creature, whenever you roll, you may return it from your hand. Kind of just want to take the Owlbear. Like, it's a 5 mana 4/4 common, but is it the best card here? Swarming Goblins isn't terrible. Yeah, let's take Swarming Goblins. I don't know what I'm doing here. Roll a d20, create some treasure tokens. Whenever hit the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance. It's a 2 mana 1/2 death touch. It's not terrible. Plus 2/+1 has reach. Costs 3 to equip though. Whenever it's battlefield until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is right. Bit all over the place. 2 damage to any target created treasure. I don't really like that. Let's just take the blue card here. Like, blue-red dice roll is kind of a thing, but you need cards that really benefit off you rolling dice. Deals combat damage to put a 1 on counter on it. Can't be blocked this turn. I mean, it's a 2 mana 1/1. I've definitely played worse cards in my life. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a fairy. There we go, that's what we want. Okay, let's do this. Let's go all in on the dice rolling thing here. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice. Woo! Alright, let's do it. How many cards do that roll dice? 2. Shit. Bag of Holding versus Shocking Grasp. -2, -0 to draw a card. Yeah, why not? Alright, we want to roll dice. Target permanent, activate only as sorcery. Ew. Take the dagger. I don't know if we play the dagger. Alright, let's take this. Green seemed a little bit open. Lots of green cards coming through to me. I don't think this is very good. No, it's just not. Chuck that in the Sido Bordeaux. A 4 mana that does stuff, sure. Whenever it attacks, you get at least get a treasure token. Important thing is you get to roll dice. And if I have one of these and one of these, this one, I get stuff. That is a very nice little token though. Fighter class is not a card we're taking, unfortunately, at this point. Unexpected Windfall. For some reason I thought the word was windfall, not windfall. Is that just me? I don't know. No. Give me card. Deals 5 damage to target player or planeswalker. Roll a d20. Ooh, hello. Alright. It's a 5 mana removal spell that also lets me roll a dice. A die, I should say. Yeah, why not? That ain't my colours. I don't want to pay 6. I don't really want to pay 6 mana to roll dice. I want cards that just let me do it. Ooh, if you would roll dice and ignore the lowest roll. That's 6 mana draw a card. That's not great. Like, it's what, 55% chance to not have to do that? Okay, we're going a lot into this dice rolling thing without a massive amount. When it enters the battlefield, roll a d20. When it attacks, roll a d20. Yeah, that one. Although I kind of want this. Ooh, choices. How many creatures have we got? 8. I think we take the Burning Hands. We got 1 4-drop. Do we just take the remote? 2 mana shock isn't great. What's the odds our opponent's going to be playing green? Not 0. Battlefield return to 1 other target creature to its owner's hand, or a 5 mana 4/5 ward. I mean, that's not bad. This is probably better though. What is our deck trying to do? That's the real question. 50 feet of rope. Do you want Evolving Wilds? Yeah, I do like this artwork for Evolving Wilds. Just take Evolving Wilds. I don't think I'm too excited about having either of those 5 drops. I guess I'll take another one of these. Like, it's not a terrible card. And it attacks if you attack these creatures because first strike. Nah, I don't think we're doing big attacks in this deck. So we've got a couple of dice payoff. We haven't got like the good dice payoffs. We've got some. Kick in the door. Take the Earth Code Elemental. So we're going big here. We're not like we're going to die pretty quickly to an aggressive deck. Let's do this for a second. Spell. Just moving away non-creatures out so we can kind of keep track of where we're at. So yeah, we're a little bit screwed if we come up against an aggro deck. Especially in best of 1. It's gonna happen. Let's just take the rare. I don't know if we play this. If we're desperate for removal, we'll play the improvised weaponry. I feel like we're probably not playing a spare dagger. So removal, kind of removal. Yeah, okay, I like my non-creatures. I don't think I want this. Nothing I'm doing is really being cute with tapping. I don't want this. Pretty sure that card's terrible. Maybe we play a 5-drop. We probably don't. Maybe we play a counter spell. We probably don't. If you would roll 1 or more dice instead, roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. So what happens? If I have this and that thing. Anyway, whenever you roll the dice, target creature plus 2+ against menace, creature you control have haste. It's not really what I'm trying to do. It's a 3/3 for 3 haste. It's not bad. Would deal damage, draw a card. Or this. I don't want Barbarian class. Like, it's kind of the benefit of rolling dice. Yeah, let's take it. YOLO. Add 2 mana of any combination of colours. Spend this mana only to cast dragons. Well, that's not going to help me. Look at what 7 cards you may reveal a dragon. Well, that's not going to help me either. Well, shite. Goblin Javenier, Boots of Speed, Displace a Beast. Turn to those hand. Ooh. Enters the battlefield, roll a d20. It's a 4 mana 3/3 flying. Yeah, this Wizard's class also seems good. Sort of comes to you draw a card, put a counter on type creature you control. How many creatures do we have? 13. 13's like where we want to be. No, let's take the creature here. We're going to cut some of these creatures anyway. So 3/3 for 3 haste. Like, it's not fancy, but it's fine. Sacrifice it, choose target creates 5 damage. Or 5 damage. Wow. Scry 1. Just if a mana from treasure against first strike and haste at end of turn. That's not terrible. Because we just take the 3/3 for 3. Like, it's just a big dude. Hulking Bugbear. Why would you try to default pick the green card? I don't have a single green card in my pool. I don't want another 5-drop. Okay, we don't want anything more of this top end. Ooh, oh. Is equipped, it has menace, no. Leather armor, +0, +1 on ward 1, no. Let's just take the rare here. 4 mana, draw 2 cards is not great. 4 mana, scry 2, draw 2 cards is pretty good. And 4 mana, scry 3, draw 3 is pretty good as well. I think we just take it. Like, the worst case scenario is that we overpay for a divination, but we get one of our dice roll triggers. Like, worst case we don't, I guess, but it says flash. Like, it's not a bad card. I just don't think it's a good card, you know? Sure. Split the party. No. Take another Shocking Grasp. I think Shocking Grasp is better than people give it credit for. We're at 27 cards with an Evolving Wilds. We're at 26 cards. We need to make a bunch of cuts here. Displace the Beast is not a card that we can't play, you know what I mean? Like, we're probably just cutting anything that's venture because we're just not venturing. Especially something like this Apprentice, which it's a 3 mana 2/2 flying, which is like, eh. It lets you venture once. In theory, if I go long game, I could bounce and displace a beast. I think we're just not doing it. We're just kind of doing creature spells, a little bit of die rolling nonsense. And then, I guess this ain't doing much for me. Like, I like the Singer because, like, the dream is that you make fairies, make them bigger. We might end up cutting this bar the gate just because, like, I don't do the counter spell thing. Like, how many instants do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5. Apparently my sideboard has 17 cards and that's not allowed. Alright, let's see. We're at 41 of 40. Yeah, I think we just cut this. So what does the curve look like? It's got lots of 3s, we've got 2s. We've got 14 creatures, 17 lands. Again, if we move the non-creatures, so this is like, I'm going to use that as removal 95% of the time. That's kind of removal, right? That's removal. It's also not great. I kind of want to bring this back in. Charmed Sleep. That's not removal. That's removal. Like, what else can I bring? I can bring this Raven, which is not great. This Conjurer. Like, we're not tapping much. Like, sure, technically it can ramp you because you can use it as a, like, on a land. Like, we're a little bit control-y. We're just hoping to hit, really hoping to hit a 20 on this one. More than anything else. Alright, let's YOLO it. Alright, so the deck as it stands, 2 Shocking Grasp, you come to the river, a Bar the Gate, a Charmed Sleep, a Magic Missile, a Faraday's Fireball, Barbarian Class, Contact Other Plane. Then in our creatures we've got Pixie Guide and Brazen Dwarf, which are both low level defensive plays. They're going to do dice rolling stuff, as is the Trickster. Then we've got 3 Scions that have Flash, the Valor Singer, which should work well with this Trickster. We've got the Windseer, the Ogre, and the Channeler, which will let me roll die. The Frostshine, just because it's a big boy, and the Goblins, which, you know, would be lovely to go 5 mana make 7 power. The elemental, the earth cold elemental, and then the lands. I don't know. Let's see how we go.